First off, I want to say that I really do like these Beats Studio Buds, but they're somehow just not for me. Let's start off by talking about the positives of these Beats Studio Buds. It gives you 8 hours of playtime if we have everything switched off, like the ANC and then transparency mode all turned off. But if you do turn those on, then you only get up to 5 hours of usage. And if we compare that to the AirPods Pro, you have to turn off everything, then you can get up to 5 hours of usage. So definitely the Beats Studio Buds will have an edge over the AirPods Pro. If battery life is something that you are more concerned with, then definitely go for the Beats Studio Buds. But that said, both these cases can provide up to 24 hours, and in addition, it can also provide 1 hour of usage of extra usage just by charging it for 5 minutes in their respective cases. One thing I really do like about the Beats Studio Buds is that it has a lower end which sounds much warmer, and of course probably due to the branding or the hallmarks of the Beats Studio, it sounds more bassy and it sounds more thumpy at the low end. So if you are after those kind of sound profile, then the Beats Studio will be for you. But for me, I still like the overall balanced feel of the AirPods Pro, which is up to personal preference. For somebody like you might want to try both out to see which sound profile is something that you prefer. And not to mention, the Beats Studio Buds only cost $219 compared to $479 for the AirPods Pro. Of course, if you can get some discounts, then that would help. But in the end, if you want to compare price to price, definitely the Beats Studio Buds will be something that you might want to get if budget is one of your key criteria. And talking about the case, the Beats Studio case comes with the same kind of feel, open and close kind of feel, maybe a little bit snappier than the AirPods Pro, but it also comes with a button right in between the buds where you can use it to reset or to connect to other devices like Androids as well. The case also comes with USB-C for the Beats Studio Buds, but the AirPods Pro will come with the Lightning port. And as for similarities, both of these devices are IPX4, so meaning that it's sweat and water resistant, and ANC performance wise is comparable. Maybe the Beats Studio Buds might give it a little bit more of an edge because it has a snug feel, which helps in the ANC performance. But to be honest, if you don't have both of these to compare side by side, I would say both of them have great ANC performance. Now let's talk about the things that I find lacking or that I dislike. Is number one is that the case doesn't come with wireless charging capability. It might not be a deal breaker for some of you, but just wanted you to note that the only way you can charge it is via the USB-C port on the case. So you cannot wirelessly charge this. As for the AirPods Pro, obviously you can charge it via the Lightning port or wireless charging, which is quite convenient for me. So it really depends on your usage. And the case is still slightly larger than the AirPods Pro ones. This may not be a deal breaker for you, but to me, case size is very important. So that's why I really value the size of my AirPods Pro or even the first gen AirPods, which have very small case in my opinion. And it's so easy to put in your pocket and bring around that you wouldn't think twice about bringing this out anytime. But if you have a case that is too large, then of course you might not want to consider bringing it out, then that probably defeats the purpose. But that said, the Beats Studio Buds have a case that is just only slightly bigger, and I do find that it's still okay to fit in your pocket. And unfortunately, the Beats Studio Buds do not come with in-ear detection, which means to say that if you remove them while you are playing some music, the music will continue playing. Unlike the AirPods Pro, where the music will stop when you take it out of the ears, and if you put it back in again, and you'll start playing the music once more. Somehow, the Beats Studio Buds just doesn't feel as comfortable compared to the AirPods Pro, despite it being lighter than the AirPods Pro. It's more probably because of how it fits into your ear and how it will have to be pressed into your ear to create that snug fit. And this creates more fatigue for my ear, and so I would be able to last longer when I use my AirPods Pro. It doesn't feel that irritating after a certain period of usage. In fact, I just find that when the AirPods Pro are being used in my ears, I don't feel much of the presence of it there. But the Beats Studio Buds tend to create more of a presence. But of course, that also depends on your ear construction, so you have to try it out to see what fits for you. The deal breaker for me for these Beats Studio Buds are the lack of the H1 chip that can be found in the AirPods Pro. What it does is the H1 chip allows you to seamlessly transfer between devices. So for example, when I'm using my iPhone, I'm listening to music on the device, and then when I just automatically switch to my iPad Pro, whatever, or even my MacBook, it will just allow me to switch over to that device without me needing to go into the menu to click on the Bluetooth menu to click on the device and then start adding it so that I can listen. So this is something for me that is very important, because as an Apple user, I have many devices and I like this seamless switching. But unfortunately, the Beats Studio Buds do not have this because it doesn't have the H1 chip built in. So this is something that if you want to listen to another device, you have to pair it again, and then you have to go into the menu to set it. If not, it will remember the last device that was being used. So that's something that is an extra step maybe for myself, but that's an extra step which I can remove when I have the AirPods Pro. And I failed to mention this earlier. Pairing of the Beats Studio Buds is just like how you would pair your AirPods Pro or your AirPods to your phone. It's just very simple, very intuitive. You just need to open your case and then tap on the connect and it will just pair up. And if you want to pair the Beats Studio Buds with another device, then you have to open the case, press the button in the middle, and then that will allow you to pair up your whichever device you want to. I believe this works the same when you have an Android device. I don't have one, so but if you have an Android device, that's how it will likely work. So finally, who would find these Beats Studio Buds most useful? I would think those people who do not have many Apple devices. You do not need any automatic switching between Apple devices. You like stronger bass, those warmer sounding, thumping kind of music that you might have. Then, or you need longer play times, you just want to be able to last probably a 7 or 8 hour session even, definitely the Beats Studio Buds are for you. And for me, that's not what I want. I would still stick with my AirPods Pro. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it. Do like, do subscribe, and of course please hit that notification button, and then I'll be able to support my channel with your support. So I'll see you in the next one.